Hi. Last week we began a series on new beginnings. This week I'd like to share with you a message I've titled How to Make the Most of New Beginnings. How to Make the Most of New Beginnings. My name is Patrick Kuchio from CITAM ChurchOnline. Now, we established last week that each new day, new week, new month, and new year serves to remind us that God is a God of new beginnings. Regardless of the pain, heartache, grief, and loss that defines our past, God, in His grace and mercy, remembers His people like He remembered Naomi, Ruth, and Oprah and came to their aid while they were away in Moab. God comes to the aid of His people, and my prayer is that God will come to your aid. The last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, may have been full of pain, heartache, grief, and loss. But I pray that God will grant you new beginnings and that you will know how to make the most of new beginnings. So how do we make the most of new beginnings? Allow me just to share with you one truth. This is it. Trust God to bring His plan to pass in a new beginning. Here is Ruth, and she says this in the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16. But Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." What a solemn vow, what a solemn commitment that must have sprung up from a deep-seated conviction. I believe that Ruth must have been attracted to the life that Naomi lived, because here she was a Moabite, and here was Naomi, an Israelite. And she decides to take this huge leap into the dark, but I call it the leap of faith, to go with her mother-in-law back to her people against pedestrian counsel, against market talk. She decides to follow her mother-in-law back to Bethlehem. You know, when you read the book of Ruth, you wonder, did God really have a plan for Naomi? You will agree with me, He did have a plan for her, because she was a covenant child. She was in a covenant relationship, and God had a plan for her. You see, God's plan for us is not A, B, C, and D. God's plan for us is A. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 29, verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you. They are of good and not of evil, to bless you and to give you an expected end." God has a plan for you. This new beginning, trust Him to bring His plan to pass. Walk in faith as He speaks to you. Follow through in obedience, because you will experience the bounty that He has in store for you, like Ruth and Naomi experienced in the land of Bethlehem. The Lord bless you richly, and may you make the most of the new beginnings that this new year brings your way. God bless you richly. Have a great week, a great year ahead of you. Amen.